I'm Father Jim Hanna. I'm the pastor here. I've been here for 12 years now. The whole community, young, old, middle-aged, handicapped, they're all part of this one community. They simply support one another in their very presence.
Being involved in the church, for me, it's brought such a sense of community. You meet a lot of people, you get to talk to a lot of people, you get to help out, do stuff to help your community, and it's a really great feeling to be a part of something like that.
I like to see my friends from OLPH church when they come.
Well, I guess I come for nourishment, for help, and to strengthen my beliefs. I wouldn't live without it.
They come here to be nurtured spiritually. They come to be not just reminded of the deeper things in life, and that life is not just about them, but there is something more and something bigger and something infinitely richer than all of the things that they get tied up with every day. They come to be fed in the Eucharist. They come to be nurtured by the Word of God. They come to be supported just simply by the fact that they are gathered with other people who share those same struggles in life that they do. Our own pastoral council decided that while we had a number of different projects that we've been aware of over the years, but haven't had the money to do, that this was an opportune time for us as a parish to do a capital campaign on top of the diocesan campaign. There's two facets really to our capital campaign, and that's both our ministry to the people in the parish and the maintenance of our building, our spiritual home.
One aspect of our parish is the inaccessibility of some of the areas. Particularly noted is the church hall. And we've had events in the past, and they continue. Annually, we have the pancake breakfast. We have a segment of the parishioners who cannot join the group. Father invites everybody downstairs. They can't come. We have the social coffee hour once a month in the parish now. There's a group that'll just go home after because the seniors, they can't make the stairs. We have physically handicapped people in wheelchairs, and they are totally barred from some of the events downstairs.
While the church is accessible, the hall is not. And when we have church functions, we invite everybody to join us. And those who have difficulty with stairs, whether they're in a wheelchair or they're elderly or they just have problems with their hips and knees, or their mothers with strollers, or pregnant women. I mean, all kinds of things can cause people to have difficulty getting up and down stairs.
It's been great to be able to pay the bills, as we say, to maintain this house, this home, this community that houses us. But the church, being about 80, 90 years old, I believe, is an old building, and there are requirements that come up from time to time. Very difficult to plan for any major capital expenditure within the general offertory that we do receive on a month-to-month, on a week-to-week basis.
So there's a lot of work around the building that needs to be done. And along with the elevator, we also have to install an accessible washroom, which we don't have at the present time, either upstairs or down. But on top of that, we need to re-insulate the church roof. We're losing heat because the insulation over the years has been shifted around, and it's also causing a lot of spotting on the ceiling of the church that makes the church look dirty. And before we can paint the interior of the church and get rid of all those spots in the ceiling, we have to insulate the ceiling, because it's the lack of insulation that's causing the problem. And then once that's done, then we can paint the interior of the church. Any building, whether it's a church or a home, needs to be painted every once in a while. And it's been it's been the mid-'80s since the last time this church was painted. So it's been a while. And part of what, not only does the paint kind of beautify the church, but it also protects the plaster, keeps moisture in the plaster. And if you don't do that every once in a while, then the plaster dries out and begins to flake off, and then you've got a real problem.
This has been my home for 7, 8 years now. It's been a place where I come when I need to do anything, really. It's a place that you can come and you can feel accepted.
This is people's spiritual home. This is where they come to worship. This is where we offer programs for people, for our young people, our seniors, and children.
I find that a lot of the teenage group of people aren't really involved as much as they should be in church. So in my opinion, I think we should start something like a youth group or some sort of thing to get the kids involved. We've got our Sunday school for the younger group of kids, but we really don't have anything that draws the teenage area. So I think that that's what we're lacking, and that's why we don't really have a lot of teenagers coming into church anymore.
We want to look at developing more programs for youth. We need to hire a youth minister because that really is kind of a full-time process of developing relationships with young people and gradually building up programs that are helpful to young people in the parish.
To have someone like that, a youth minister, would be amazing.
For the children, we have a children's liturgy program on Sunday mornings, but there's another program called the Catechesis of the Good Shepherd, which is a wonderful formation program for children. And so to begin to form children at that early age, it would be a wonderful opportunity because that's when faith really takes root, is in those younger years. In the past, it's been the generosity of parishioners over the years that have maintained both the ministry here and the building. And now it's time for all of us to step up to the plate. It's time for the people that are here now to contribute for the future. You know, not just for the people that are here now, but for the ones that will come after us. People have done that for us, and now it's up to us to do it for those who are coming next. And everybody has to be involved in that.
Doing whatever is needed. It's part of being part of the parish is to do those things, in my opinion.
We need the whole community to take ownership of this as a parish community, as their community, and step up to the plate and make a contribution.
If I can give anything to the parish, I should do it. That's just part of my belief.
It's a very moving thing to see the kind of that expression of faith, that they know that somehow when they come and they receive the Eucharist and they listen to the Word of God, that God has touched them.